Okay, I'm jumping on. I know I don't jump on live very often, but I sometimes I just have to because sitting here with me is Rachel Cooley, and she became one of my mentors in 2018 when we met, and I was just learning about working with the angels and how to help my life. Oh, look at that. See, we've got all the wings going on.
I love the wings.
Just how to call it. It all really started when I went to one of her classes. She was having a Meet Your Guardian Angels class, and I made my way up to Palo Alto and went into that amazing little yoga studio and met my guardian angels. And my life has never been the same. And so I jumped into one of Rachel's programs that was several years ago. And I love sharing about Rachel's work anytime I can because it changed my life so much. And every time I teach, I talk about angels and how certain parts of working with angels have helped me. And Rachel's doing something new now that starts next week. So I wanted to bring her on so that she could tell everybody about it. And it has to do with sharing your gifts with the world. I know so many of you, even if you're not a practitioner or a professional, have things that you do. I know when I first started, I was doing hands-on healing. I wasn't a professional, but I was doing it with animals and my friends and family. So I'm just curious, what makes this next thing that you're doing next week different from some of the other stuff that you've done before, Rachel?
Well, that's a great question. I feel that the shift is going, and well, number one, thank you for entering me, Jill. I'm so moved by everything you just shared. Oh my goodness. Yes. So what's unique about it is we're really tapping into a 4-day experience, a divine purpose, quantum leap experience that's really tailored for spiritual women, rising leaders, emerging healers, light workers, and intuitives to let go, to support them and supporting you and letting go of what's holding you back from really sharing your healing gifts, because the world needs our gifts now more than ever. And it's time to step forward and step out of the fear, stress, and worries that have been holding you back on any level.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is so timely because when I'm doing my readings, especially with some of my in-person readings, it seems like 8 times out of 10, the person sitting in front of me has something that they've been playing with, practicing themselves, but they're really shy just about sharing it with the people they know for lots of different reasons. What do you think some of the top reasons are people are just afraid to come out of the woo-woo closet and share their gifts with the world? What do you think are the top 3 things that hold people back?
That's a great question, Jill. I feel number one is fear about what other people will think.
Yeah.
Because that's been a big one for me in my life. I don't know if you can identify as well, but it's like, what are they going to think? What are, so-and-so going to think? And ultimately, of course, well, when you really step in your gifts, you get beyond caring, but that can be something that holds someone back, especially women. Also, I feel fear of, am I good enough? Am I, skilled enough? Can I do this? Really do this and really trust the guidance that I'm getting to share with those that I'm serving, or to do that Reiki session, when I've had all the certification training and we practiced, but professionally, like a holding back energy. Yeah. I feel that's a factor too. And I feel also just getting caught up in the day-to-day in your routines, like, how am I going to fit this in to my already busy life? I think that those are like some of the top 3, factors, but I feel mindset is huge, right?
Oh, so big, so big. So can you give us a little sneak peek?
Yeah.
Just like if you were to pick one of those things, maybe even the not feeling like we're good enough, like we can do it like everybody else that's doing it, or
Right.
just what, as we're expanding our wings and deciding that we are ready to start offering some of the things that we do to other people, maybe not just family members and our own pets.
Our own pets are our best friends.
Yes, that aren't judging us. It's always nice to start with pets. That's what I did. What would
Beautiful.
just be one of your, can you give us just a tip around feeling a little more confident? I know most of it's going to come next week, but since people are
Yes,
listening now, that would be such a blessing if you could share with us.
absolutely. I mean, I would say a couple things. One is call upon help from the divine. And that's like one of the number one things that I teach in my angel work. And of course, just a sneak peek for next week, calling on that divine support. And of course, I specialize in the angelic realm, and I come from a very non-denominational place, as you know, Jill. I might work with the angels and calling on that support, because our free will choices are honored, and we need to literally give them that permission. And it could even be like a prayer like, dear angels, please help me to share my gifts. I am so fearful and worried about being visible, about if I can do it, if I'm worthy to do it. Please help me, because I'm feeling so guided to do my healing work or my intuitive work. Please give me a sign or signs. Please give me courage and confidence, that this is my right path. And of course, we know it's your right path when you're feeling that calling, when you're having those consistent signs and messages and knowings that this is what you're meant to do. And so it's time to shine our lights bright right now.
And
So
I love that you brought in asking for signs, like
yes.
not only asking for the confidence, but Rachel's the one that taught me how to watch for and interpret signs. And signs are just, I'm constantly calling Rachel or sending Rachel a message that says, look at this sign that I got today, or look how amazing this is, just because I think I wouldn't be as aware if she hadn't taught me to be watching for those signs. And then when you actually ask for them and they show up for you like they always do, it's just, well, I really appreciate you giving us that little sneak peek into next week. And
of course.
is there anything else? We're definitely going to put a link to the event next week. It's a 4-day. What do you mean by quantum? Like you've added that word into your title this time. So tell me what that means.
I've added that to my title this time. And so what it means, Jill, is taking that path beyond what you can imagine it can be. So quantum, like taking it to the next level. And the angels are helping us to take us to that next level. And really leaping into our divine purpose, our true divine purpose. And when I talk about it, when I feel the angel bumps coming all through my body, as I'm like, yes, they're saying, yes, that's what it's about. Step forward, dear one. Step forward, divine spiritual women. You are so needed right now. Of course, the men are needed too, but I focus and specialize in supporting women. But we're needed right now to take that quantum leap forward. And that's taking that also on angel wings, that beautiful leap. And you have your angel wing necklace and your angel wings behind you. So it's perfect. Talk about science.
My dear friend Tiffany gave me this, and I actually already had these earrings when she gave them to me. I'm like, look at how great they are. It's like, I wear them all the time.
Love it.
There was something you just said that I wanted to mention. Oh, before we go, we're going to go in a minute, and we're going to give you all the links so that you can go and check out the timing and all the things for next week.
Yes.
And even if you're busy next week, if you sign up, I'm sure you'll be able to get the replays. This could be a life-changing thing. This is so worth your time. And I would say, whether you're somebody that has been kind of dabbling in some of your spiritual talents and sharing it, and you're not necessarily interested in being a professional or charging money from it, but listen to what Rachel was just talking about, how especially women now are being called forth to share their gifts and to spread the love. So whatever it is that you're exploring and you're learning about, it doesn't mean we're going to ask you to go start a business and start charging money. This is an event that's going to help you spread love, spread healing. And if that's a calling that you're feeling deep within you, this would be an amazing event for you to attend. And then with that said, of course, if you're thinking of starting a spiritual business, or if you already have one and you just want to up-level that confidence, get the angels and Rachel on your side. I guarantee you won't regret it. So we're going to pop that link in. Anything else you want to say before we stop?
Yes. Just before we close out, I wanted to share, it's called 3 Angelic Keys to Confidently Embrace and Share Your Healing Gifts, the thing that we're talking about today, Jill and I, and it's next week. It's the 9th to the 12th, and it's at noon Pacific. And I'm really looking forward to supporting you with this powerful series and really bringing you blessings and light and empowerment with this incredible team. We're going to have angelic experiences. I have great content to share about these 3 angelic keys that I've been guided to on my path. Now I'm in my officially 24, going into my 25th year of working with the angels. And it just gets better and better and stronger and more powerful as I go on my path. And I'm so excited to share my gifts with everyone who attends next week.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited to see everybody there. And if you have any questions about anything,
Yes.
feel free to drop questions in the chat, and I will make sure Rachel gets them. She'll be watching the messages under this post in my profile too. So thank you for checking in, listening to us, and I hope that I'll get to see some of you next week there with Rachel.
Yay.
Bye.
Thank you, Jill. Mwah.